The Supreme Intelligence has been confirmed for the Captain Marvel movie. It's pretty crazy. You're gonna wanna hear about that. And we've got updates about the next trailer for Avengers Endgame. Stay up to date about the nerdy things that you care about. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday to you. Now, before we get into this video, I need to shout out nobody. Yeah, that's right. Nobody got the nerd card question correct in yesterday's show. I kind of can't believe it. I mean, the video got hit with some weird YouTube stuff, so maybe you didn't see it. Go check it out. But honestly, I can't believe nobody answered the question. It's okay. We're gonna do another nerd card question at the end of this video. Maybe someone will answer. All right, so this bit of information was leaked in a little book that's coming out to promote Captain Marvel. I saw this posted on Twitter by The Marvelous Fan, and a lot of other places picked it up and talked about it. Basically, yes, Annette Bening is going to be the Supreme Intelligence in Captain Marvel. And this is why I say you gotta listen to the nerds. You gotta watch the nerdy YouTube videos. You gotta check people out on Reddit, because nerds are pretty good about knowing this sort of stuff. I mean, pretty much everybody called it just upon seeing the first trailer with Annette Bening. They were like, yo, that's probably the Marvel Cinematic version of the Supreme Intelligence. Now, Supreme Intelligence is basically a being that houses all of the memories of Kree from the past. It is obviously a supremely intelligent being, and it's also in charge of the Kree in a lot of ways and decides what they're gonna do. It's also a big green head that's in a humongous jar of sorts in the comics. I'm not kidding, it's kind of awesome. Here's to hoping that we do get a version of the Supreme Intelligence in the movie with Annette Bening's head in a big jar, and maybe the version we're seeing in these scenes is actually just what it looks like when Carol is conversing with the Supreme Intelligence in her mind or while hooked up to the mind vortex thingy that is the Supreme Intelligence. Now, I actually think this is a pretty big deal. The Supreme Intelligence is a big character in Marvel Comics, and I would like to see this character go past the Captain Marvel movie. I hope Carol doesn't kill her. There's a chance we might even see this character in Avengers Endgame, as I've often speculated that Carol's connection to the Kree and the Skrull and her knowledge of other alien civilizations out there in the universe will be a big factor in how she helps the Avengers in Endgame. A lot of this comes from Jonathan Hickman comics. This was during the Infinity event, where there's this coalition of sorts made from all these different races that don't really like each other, but they all set aside their differences to fight the Builders in that comic book. Perhaps in Endgame, they will all set aside their differences to fight against Thanos, as they've all been affected by the snap. It's pretty cool. Hope we're gonna see that in Avengers Endgame. And speaking of Endgame, we've got a new update about when we're gonna see the next trailer for this movie. The speculation online, of course, surrounding the Super Bowl has been, what big spots are we gonna see? Are we gonna see any full trailers from any companies? Are we gonna see any TV spots for big films? And it's more or less confirmed that Marvel will be showing Avengers Endgame TV spots during the Super Bowl. Now, where this is coming from is a lot of insiders are talking about this, and there were reports out there about how many spots Disney purchased for the Super Bowl, and it was an undisclosed amount, but a lot of people are saying it's more than a few. Now, for my money, I believe we'll actually get more Captain Marvel TV spots than we will Endgame, because I mean, I think they really just need to ramp up promotion for Captain Marvel first. They really need to nail that, and Endgame is gonna be fine. I mean, a lot of people are gonna go see that movie either way, but I do believe we are going to be getting an Endgame piece during the Super Bowl, a 30-second spot, and it's heavily rumored by a lot of Hollywood insiders that we're actually going to get new footage for Avengers Endgame. And if we get that, oh my God, you know I'm looking at every single frame of it and gonna do a million videos about it. It was also reported that Star Wars Episode 9 and all the Warner Brothers films are actually going to sit the Super Bowl out, which is really interesting. I did a couple posts on social media joking about how everybody's afraid of Thanos, and I think there might be some truth to that. Like, if this Endgame footage is like all the hype, if they possibly do more than one piece for it, and if the Captain Marvel stuff is rock solid, I mean, other films are just gonna get blown away and spend a ton of money and kind of get the shaft at the Super Bowl, so they're instead choosing to sit it out. But that's the news out there, guys. Annette Bening is the Supreme Intelligence. Super cool for the MCU. Hope she's in Avengers Endgame, and it is very likely, I'm gonna say 99.9%, that we're getting a new Avengers Endgame TV spot during the Super Bowl. This is coming from a lot of different sources, but I do expect a little more Captain Marvel during the big game. Let me know what you're thinking about all of that and more in the comment section below. All right, let's check that nerd card before we get out of here. I want to know how many characters in the MCU have landed punches on the Hulk. Bonus points if you can name all of them as well. Answer that in the comment section below. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. We are being much more active on our social media. Please go check out the Den of Nerds on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter to catch all of the content and see what we're doing and all of our crazy nerdy things. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.